How you doing? I'm Steve Goggins of Goggins Force. I'm here at elitefts. I want to show you how to do rack pulls, how I like to do them, how my lifters do them, and how I used to do them in the past. The reason being is a lot of people use it as like, they'll think they're doing rack pulls, pin pulls, but they'll end up doing like a kind of a sort of a leg press out of the rack. And a lot of people think it doesn't carry over. They do carry over. It just takes time and patience. You have to do them over certain years. I did them for years and years and years. I think there are one of the exercises that led to me squatting 1,100 pounds. It does more than help just your deadlift. It helps your overall, your build, your frame, your total core. So it makes a big difference. What I want to show you today is how to do it and how to hinge the right way, how to have your hips in the right place, where the bar should be on your knee. I like to teach it from slightly above the kneecap, just slightly above the bend, to where the bar is not banging in your kneecap. That way, we work on the top part. And you can do them more often this way. You don't get as fatigue in your lower back. If you do them often, you try to do pin pulls below the knee, your backs will get more stressed. And I definitely don't recommend doing that as often. That's something you can do once a month, But the regular pin pulls, you could do them every week to every 2 weeks. I have my crew used to do them every 2 weeks. If they're off season, we'll do them every week. It just depends. And it's like I said, to help you lock out on your deadlift and to improve your squat. Yeah. You got them legs.
He's a tall, short guy.
Yeah, tall, exactly. That's strange.
Big and low.
But I always seen that in you. I'm like, legs, it's like, his build is like different. Yeah. That bothers you sometimes when you lock out. That's why when you lock out, sometimes your body won't go.
Yeah, it's so hard.
Yeah.
Even when I try to squat, my torso so long, I can't really.
Right, can get it where you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to work together. Keep a lot of core strength. We start off with like three. On rack pulls, I like to have the lifter walk up to the bar and get all the way under the bar. So kind of walk under it a little bit more to where you feel like you're about almost ready to fall back. Big breath, long arms. Yep. Squeeze it into you and then bend over going down. Yep, exactly. Perfect. In the head position, it stays the same as the body this whole way. That's the whole thing about it. You don't want to be moving your head around. Everything stays the same as you go. Oh, yeah. That was perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is one exercise that people think that it doesn't carry over because it's such a short movement, so they don't understand it. When it really does help a lot. You just have to be consistent with it over time to get it to work for you. It's not something you can do in one cycle that you go get anything from. I use it with most of my lifters to get up their lifts. Good. Yeah, I use this exercise. This exercise makes a big difference. I use it to help Tracy, Renell, all my other lifters. It really brings their deadlift up. I think it makes a big difference. Keeps their back tight, back strength. I also use it for Barbara Lee going to the American Pro. We had trained rack pulls for a lot. That's what helped get her deadlift up. Other women I train, Valerie Smith, she do rack pulls, helps her deadlift. Overall strength of the back. I mean, it's a bonus. But you have to give it time. You have to do it cycle after cycle after cycle. Keep programming them in, keep doing them, and it'll work. If you do something, sometimes some lifters have too many tools in their toolbox. When you got too many tools in your toolbox, you don't get to concentrate on the few that really work for you enough. So a lot of them that work, but if you believe in something that works for you, you got to do it. You got to commit to it over long term. If you commit to like rack pulls over long term, guarantee you have one of the strongest backs, stronger than you ever had. Gonna lock it in, stay tight, big air, long arms. Squeeze them hips forward. Right. Bend over, going down.
Get it better.
Yep, we're good. you're going to make the position just like you're finishing your deadlift at the top.
Oh, yes, sir.
Because most of the time you finish your deadlift at the top, you usually here and you're trying to lock it out right there. Nobody's ever hitting here. I mean, if you do that, you go be, it's in a bad position. If you get here, your knees are over your feet. You're gonna be in a bad position. You're probably not gonna finish it. So it's always, some people try to cheat the exercise and get up under it. They start trying to get up under it. That's something you don't want to do. You want to try to get up under it. When you pull in, just coming up and just kind of boom, stay here. Just lock them hips. Lots of time I see people on the internet, on Instagram, doing them. They're doing them, not doing them right. It could really benefit if you do them right. This is really lightweight for them. Just really working on their technique. Walk all the way up under it a little bit more once you get the straps in. There you go. And as you get to the bottom, you're keeping tension on the bar. You always want to keep tension on the bar, and you don't want to drop the bar as you're doing. Keep tension on the bar. Once you've locked it out and pull, keep tension, let the bar down half speed, and stay in control of it. Then when you come back when you touch, you pause a little bit. When you're pausing though, you still have tension on the bar. You don't want to let go. Some people do that. They go, boom. You set, boom. It's not the way you do it. Everything in control. I believe in the deadlift. I believe in the downward movement on deadlift can help you. So I don't like to waste any part of the lift. So that's very important. You might run out of plate room here. These big 45, they look good. Good for y'all's ego. These big plates.
Looks good, right? All right, Tracy. Light work, bro.
There you go. Whip on it. Big breath, lot of air. Slow that lockout down, squeeze it in. Up. Yep. Okay. Like you lost a little control at the top on the first one.
Yeah, that person kind of
threw you off a little bit. This is a deadlift bar?
Oh, yeah. It look like it.
We normally would do them with a stiffer bar to keep it as stiff as possible, so it wouldn't get too much flex out of it. Because as the weight get heavier here, I think they'll probably go another mat. Because as the weight get heavier, the bar keeps bending more. So you want it to be hard. So that's why we use a stiff bar. I have an old stiff bar that doesn't have knurling in the middle that I use for the direct pulls. I've had it for years, and it works great because it doesn't flex a lot in the middle. That's a good thing about it. So you want to use a stiff bar, so that you don't have to then you don't have to change the mats as you get heavier, especially if your deadlift is really, really strong. Some people won't understand, like, why am I doing this? Like I'm barely moving the bar. It's because as the weight get heavy, you may have to stand on another mat and adjust the height. You can't keep the same height as the weight get heavier. Let's throw another one. What you got? You need guys.
Yeah, I mean, we can put one on.
You like to put
go right to it. I don't know.
Right to it, yeah. Don't wear your back out. You want to squat?
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we don't have to max out on it.
Exactly. Technique, picture perfect.
This is good since, I didn't do it last week, so it's my time to get some work in, huh?
Yep. So let's get up here first and see where you at. Man, I can see it bending already.
Push a little bit above it. What you got?
When you pull the slack out, I think it's gonna come up. I put it in the mat down. Yeah, I put it in the other mat. That way, as soon as you start to pull, the slack's gonna come. Now I think this is like probably one of the things that people have problems with when they don't realize what's going on. They think, but the movement's so short, I'm not really doing anything. Because you got to pay attention to where the bar is on your knees and where you start position. You got to keep your core tight, your abs, you got to. Because the first motion to even get it to move off a pin pull is so hard, especially when it's really heavy. It gets so hard. You have to it's like you may even pull for like a couple seconds and the bar may not move, like, and then all of a sudden it starts to move. So it's in your abs, your lower back, hips, hamstrings. So you just want, the main thing is just keeping everything in position. Don't let it pull you. You have to just fight to stay in the perfect position the whole time. You're here, and just go right back down. So you'll feel it all over. I think but definitely in the core, you gotta keep your abs tight, and your arms long. And it just makes it's hard to get it going. You gotta be patient, because sometime after you get through doing rack pulls, you'll feel dizzy, like you're about to pass out, because you're sitting there like holding your breath down like the whole time. And so by the time you finish and all that release, you're like, whoa. So a lot of times people feel that, they think, well, this is normal. Yeah, that's pretty normal. You may pass out sometimes. Nothing real. You shouldn't be passing out. Doing back pulls.
Yeah.
All right, get all the way under. All the way under. Yep.
That's it.
Big breath, light area. Yep.
There you be.
Pull up on it first. Big breath, pull that slack out. Tight, 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 tight. Yep. Patience going down. Go to the top a little bit longer. Yep. Easy going down. Easy. Good job. He's easy with that bar, ain't
Get a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Even kind of pull the slack as
Yeah.
coming up.
Yep. It's definitely better to use a step bar. I repeat that. That could be enough, you think?
I might probably need an extra.
Okay.
Got no dollar, man. I got a whole step stool right there.
Step stool.
Bad boy.
Yeah, that look good right there. Come on. You gotta sit back and pull. Patience. Like your knees. Yep. Bend over. Like your knees harder. Yep. Bend over. Yep. Good. The bar was throwing you around a little bit. Overall, pretty good. Good. Yeah. I can tell you got to the top. You're kind of bouncing around a little bit. Yeah. You use a step bar too when you do it right.
I used to ball too, Coach.
Yeah. That's good. That's the rack pull, pin pulls. You want to squat? Yeah.